You guys have all heard of the phrase, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, that's all. Water polo also is a similar term. What happens underwater stays underwater. Now, today I'm going to be talking about water polo and most that has to do with it, kind of get you guys know for the basic rules, concepts about the sport. Um, I play for Ohio University. I'm actually in my third year playing water polo, second year for Ohio University, and I'm the head fundraising chair this year for water polo. And so I'm going to go over a brief history, ruling, strategy, give you guys a little informational video on what the sport is all about. History-wise, it was started in England in the 1900s. It came from an Indian word pulu, which stands for water, and ball, so for water polo. That's where the name comes from. It is not based on polo on horses, which is also from England. It's a myth, and most people believe that it was actually true. But no, there's no horses playing in the water. It is an Olympic sport for women and men. It actually just recently an Olympic sport for women about 11 years ago. It became an Olympic sport. It's very interesting to watch. I encourage you guys, Summer Games, go ahead and watch it. So basic information, I brought my suit here for you guys to see about what we wear and what we do. This is going to be your basic girls water polo uniform. I'll pass around for you guys to feel. It's a rubbery kind of, so you can't grab onto someone, pull yourself, pull them under by their suit, and it's got a zipper that goes all the way up the back. And we also have our basic swim cap. Most of you guys probably never seen one of these, but we have a basic swim cap, but we have to wear that cap and also a polo cap that has cuffs over the ears so you can't injure your ears, and ties all the way around your neck so it'll stay on while you're swimming. You're not allowed to wear goggles during water polo because if you have to be able to see as clearly as possible, and if you also get hit in the face, goggles make a bad mark on your face. Happened to me before. And also part of the uniform is what's called nail checks. You have to, the officials all line up, put your hands out, and make sure that your nails, they can't feel them when they run their hands over them because of scratching, because girls do when they get in a fight, is the scratching. The basic lineup, there's 7 girls that play, 1 is a goalkeeper and 6 are out in the field. It's like a basic pool length. It can be shorter, it can be longer, but it can't be any more than 25 yards. The longest pool I played on is 25 yards, and it's like a square, so it's like both ways 25 yards. You've got a big playing field. It's like an entire pool. In water polo, you're swimming above water with your head up and treading the entire time. It is against the rules to ever touch the bottom of the pool unless there is a timeout or a break and you're on the side. But there is no way you're allowed to touch the bottom. It becomes very tiring if you're going around and you're swimming and treading. It's a lot of legs. It's how you get yourself out of the water to grab the ball and all that stuff. It's very similar to soccer and basketball, just in the water. You have your basic defense one-on-one and guarding people, and so when people ask, oh, I don't know what water polo is, they pretty much picture soccer, 2 goals, put it in a goal. And that is what you have for water polo. So basic ruling and strategies, like as I said, one-on-one. And I can draw on the board for you guys. You're going to have a goalie here, 2 positions, 1 and 1 in the middle. And you're pretty much just going to stay on your person the whole time. It's a very hard sport to learn because you have to be alert and aware of what's going on all around you as people are splashing, moving, and the ball's here, the ball's there. Pretty much in my first year, all I did was I stuck with my person. Like, you say, I'm going to guard someone, and you guard that person. You're on them for the rest of the game. Just stay with them, because as long as you're on them, there's no way they're going to score. The sport is very rough in the guarding aspect, and as I said earlier, what happens underwater stays underwater. If the official can't see from here down underwater, they really can't do anything about it. If you're going to get punched, you're going to get hit, it's going to happen. And you have to be able to, stand up for yourself and show that, hey, like, I'm here, we're trying to play a game, keep it fair. But it does get very rough, hence the nail checks in the beginning. So I showed you on the board team strategies and positions. These are called the wings up top. I think of it as the goal. You know, you have like you're the goalie and your wings are out here. So your wings are outside, the flats are up top, and the point is the very top person. And the hole is in the middle. Probably the hardest position, but it's right next to the goal. Now all these people are here, and the wings cannot be within 3 meters of the goal. You are not allowed to shoot, and you can't just get up and close to the goal and you shoot on a person if there's someone on you. That's where it gets kind of tricky. So if you're all alone, so when you got the ball, you can get as close to the goalie as you want. But if you stop and you pick up that ball and there's someone on you, you have to stay back behind the 3-meter mark, or you're going to get a foul. There's all different types of fouls. There's a foul if you're being too aggressive with somebody. There's a foul if you pick up the ball with 2 hands. Also not allowed. You're never allowed to have both your hands on the ball. And the ball can't go underwater. Ball is everything. Women have a different ball than men because we typically have smaller hands. So women have a smaller ball and men have a bigger ball. So there's fouls that if you touch the bottom, there's a foul. If you grab the ball with 2 hands, if you're swimming over top of someone, you can never be literally on top of someone. It is above water, not underwater, and you will get called for that. So as these fouls are happening, teams are trying to run plays. As it was on the board here, teams are driving this way, that way, trying to get the best possible position to where they can have a goal. Now, on the line of fouls, you can get fouls called and called and called, but as soon as you get 3 fouls, you get a penalty. You have to go to the corner of the pool that the official directs you to, and then it's called man up, or with a term everyone yells man up, because you have an advantage. If the other team, someone gets a penalty, you have one more person than them. It's much easier to score. Someone's only in a penalty. If they get a foul or a penalty, they're only in there for 20 seconds. If they get kicked out, gone. If you get 3 penalties, then you are kicked out. So 3 fouls, penalty, 3 penalties, kicked out. You can get immediately kicked out for things like punching someone in the face. That's not allowed. You can get kicked out for pulling someone backwards, which, yes, underwater, but foul is for something that's called drawing a foul. It's pretty much being a fake. If someone's starting you and swimming on and you start flailing, going underwater and pretending that you're pretty much drowning, the official sees that, they're going to call a foul on that person. Yes, you might be faking it, but that's called drawing a foul. It's a very big strategy in water polo. So like if you're swimming and someone's swimming behind you and you draw backwards, like they pull on your leg, they can get kicked out. It happens, it's happened to me, it happens all the time. It's just how the game is played. There's so many strategies and so many rules and so many things that get let slip, but it is the most physically painful thing ever because you're treading. I mean, there's no touching the bottom. There's swimming constantly, knowing what's going on. My first game, I was like floating on the side. I had no idea what was going on. It's a very, very, very cool story. Personal stories with the nail check. I was telling you guys about, I actually scratched the back of the girl really bad because she kicked me in the stomach, so forth. But they will actually pull you back out of the water and be like, hey, can I see your nails again? Like, very, very risky stuff. And I've also been kicked out for some girl faking a foul. Like I just told you, I was swimming behind her, and I have more experience as a swimmer than the other girls commented mainly. But I swam all through high school and when I was younger, since I was 8. So I'm swimming on this girl and I'm catching up to her, and she pretends to go underwater like I pulled her down. I got kicked out of the game. My coach was like, you know what happens? The official thinks something happened. They're looking at an entire pool of people. They don't know exactly what happens, but their ruling is it. So now I have a video for you guys. I know I threw out a lot of information there, but I have about a 1.5-minute video for you guys to watch. And it's going to show you a little bit of everything. You're going to see someone score. They're going to go over and show you the main setup of the people. Like, you know, you kind of see where the point and the hole and the wings and the flats are. And then you're going to see someone get kicked out from the game officially. It's a very cool video. You guys have to watch it. So that's water polo. As I showed you guys the video, you guys get to see a little bit of everything. I hope you all know more about the sport and it's not just Marco Polo or